So this is my third ICT literacy skills video that accompanies my third research post. And from the previous research post number 2, I said that I would trace the historical context of the disease. And I wanted to know very generally, not just the historical context of MDR-TB, because it's drug resistant, it had to evolve from tuberculosis. So I wanted to generally know how tuberculosis emerged in South Africa. And so I searched in Google Scholar, which I found to present more reliable information, more, scholarly, informative sources, Emergence of Tuberculosis, South Africa. And I came across a book written by Randall Packard called White Plague, Black Labor, Tuberculosis, and the Political Economy of Health and Disease in South Africa. So it's obviously perfect for my topic. It's written by a professor of international health at Johns Hopkins University, and he has his PhD. It's Dr. Randall Packard. So obviously this is a very scholarly source. It's, published by someone who has great expertise in the field. And it was written a little while ago. It was written in 1989, but since I'm researching the historical context of tuberculosis, I don't think that it's a problem that it was published that long ago, because I just want the facts, and I think that anywhere, even a more recent source would provide those same facts. I read on, it was a Google book, so I read, I would say probably 15 pages or more of the book, because it was only a sample, but I got a ton of information from that book, and that's what I used the bulk of my information for. And what I would do, since it's written by a professor of international health, he uses very specific terminology, so I would then go to other websites to look for more information based on terms that he presented, and in my post I hot linked those terms to a dictionary entry, so that you can see, without me giving a long explanation, what those terms mean. After that, I found that a lot of the historical context was giving me information that I had already elaborated on and discussed in previous research posts that I've done, such as, what tuberculosis actually is. So I then hot linked some of my old research posts into this one, so that you can see, those explanations again, if necessary. And finally, I wanted, since this book was published in 1989, I, found it necessary to look up some more modern, current information about the current situation of where tuberculosis is particularly concentrated in South Africa. And he did mention, Dr. Packard, multiple times, Natal. So I searched provinces in South Africa, tuberculosis, and I came across something published on the CDC website that talked about the KwaZulu-Natal province and how it's the most hard-hit region of tuberculosis in South Africa. So I wanted to know more about that province, and I put a picture, a map that I had previously used in another post, into this one, so you could, get a frame of reference for exactly where this place is. I think that by providing a map or a picture, it gives blog readers this frame of reference so that whatever you're talking about is not so random. I think that helps people stay engaged more. And so then I just typed in KwaZulu-Natal tuberculosis, and I came across a website, the KwaZulu-Natal Research Institute for Tuberculosis and HIV, just to get very, very general information about the co-infection with AIDS and tuberculosis. So I think that, my ICT literacy skills are improving in the sense that I'm becoming much better at giving credit to sources and hot linking, and so that I can reduce the need to have long scientific explanations, because I have a very general, broad reader base, and not all of them have medical knowledge. So by providing a link that they can then go to get an explanation, reduces the wordiness of my article or post. I do think that I need to continue working on incorporating media into my post. The only reason that it was a little difficult in this one to do so, such as a YouTube video, is because a lot of this information I'm talking about, 19th century issues, and so there's no videos from there. But in my next post, as I examine some of the solutions, I think that I'll have a much better ability to incorporate those types of media that keep people engaged.